Hitting children is not okay. Okay, I can't believe I still have to make an argument for that, but many people still use violence against their children, and they will say that a slap to the butt or whatever, it is not violence, but surely it is. Okay, just check for yourself. You think it's okay that if your children misbehaves that you slap them, but would you think it's okay if another man would slap you if you misbehave? Would you think it's okay if your boss would slap you if you misbehave and do not follow orders? Surely you would not, because you think that's very disrespectful and it's violence, and that is exactly what you teach your children if you use violence against them. Now there's only one exception, that it's allowed to physically stop even a child if they are physically like attacking you, for example. Okay, if a child starts hitting me, I grab them and make them stop, or even if it hits, maybe I hit back to make the child feel the immediate effects. But what is never okay is like they're coming home and it's like, oh, look what you've done in school. Okay, now I'm gonna smack you, bam, slap you, or use whatever kind of violence against the child. Because you think that's discipline, but it's not discipline. It instills fear, and there's enough studies showing that any level of physical violence against a child does have a negative impact on their uprising. Okay, it will stunt their mental capacity, and it will usually not prevent them from wrongdoing. It will prevent them from wrongdoing that you uncover. So the child doesn't learn that it's wrong to do. It learns that it's wrong to get caught. And it makes sure to not get caught. Okay? So that's what most children learn. And look into your heart. If you have been experiencing violence, so if you use violence against your child, that's like a 99.9% chance that you've experienced violence and that you think it didn't do me any wrong, but here you are, a grown man using violence against a little child. Okay, so clearly it did hurt you inside. Okay, and we need to be aware that our parents making mistakes or us making mistakes doesn't make them a bad person. It's still a mistake. Okay, it doesn't necessarily make them a bad person. Some persons are obviously bad, but it's still a mistake, and we can do better. Okay, so it will teach them two things: do not get caught, and the other thing that's even worse, the stronger one is right. Okay, so if your child is too small to understand reason, it will not understand the reason you hit it. And if it's old enough to understand reason, then use reason. Okay? Use reason with that child. It needs to understand. Okay? If you use violence against them, they will, to a certain amount, lose trust in you. You will be a lower level of safe haven to them. If my child does anything wrong, I would love the child to come to me for guidance and help, not to fear the retaliation that it can expect from me. Okay, so it's just better, like psychologically. Okay, and there's no doubt about it. Stop using violence against children, please.